Hello. This uh this uh this video is called How to Be a Better Driver with Images. And I am not going to give you any cool graphics like those cool YouTubers do. I got my notes and I got and I got this and I drew it for you, and it's more fun for me to get creative and draw it than do motion graphics and give you some really cool spectacular YouTube thing. This is like Sheldon with his flag thing. I love it. So anyway, I live in Los Angeles, and it is the worst when it comes to the cars. I've traveled to India, and that trumps LA by far. A part of me wants to go to China, parts of China, which I heard is maybe number one. I don't know, but I do want to see where that is. So you go to India, you're gonna get terrible drivers. I love you guys though. You go to Los Angeles, you're gonna get terrible drivers. So I have a lot of pet peeves, and and so I like to address a few of them so that you can not do them, and also just be better at it and be a better. These things are always to just make us all better at something, and if I address these hopefully in a fun way, you'll be like, aha, I'll do that. The biggest point to get from all these on how to be a better driver and stuff like that is you got to think, okay, well, what annoys you about driving? Well, you got to think, okay, there's what, 10 million people in Los Angeles, I think, and that's a lot. And you have to go, okay, well, if there's something that annoys you, then what can you do to make this better, to make everything like just move smoothly? Because if you do it, then the person that drives next to you, the person that's in the passenger seat, will see you being that good driver, and it actually becomes a thing where then everyone will start to get it, and that we can all kind of think on the same, wavelength. And I'll put these out here until we get those self-driving cars that will take care of all the nastiness for us. I am pro self-driving cars. I don't care what, computer glitch happens. I figure if we're all driving 60 and these cars are driving it for us, and if we're on the freeway especially, there should be a lot of reduced BS. A lot. So many things are because of human error. It is ridiculous. So yeah, we're doing we're doing images for sure, and I'm gonna try to have fun with this and hopefully put it up to you. So hopefully you see this. The first one I want to talk about is left turns. Dear Lord, when you're turning left, start all the way from where the curve is, just all the way, and don't start here, and don't mind. I don't know if you can see the cat. Go go go. But anyway, start where start where you can turn left. Don't start right here. This is bad. This is selfish turning left, because if this light is green, you are blocking a lot of cars from turning because you don't know your way around places, and that you have to, oh God, I wanted to turn left here, so what do I do? Well, anyway, either get your Thomas guide out, get your smartphone out, and plan diligently, or start right here and freaking get it. Turn right here. Turn right when it starts to curve. That way you have enough time to slow down, and all these cars can continue their speed. Uh, if you were meant to turn left and you find yourself blocking people, go all the way. Just pass where you had to turn. Not that crazy. All you have to do is make a U-turn. You're gonna be 30 seconds late. It's not a big deal. Blocking people is selfish and shitty. Excuse me, selfish and not cool. I don't know what the cussing is like, so I try not to. So yes, if you have like a phantom center lane right here, use all that time to get into it and slow down. Don't do it here. Selfish driver here, good driver here if you turn right when it curves. That way your car has enough time to slow down and get to the light while everyone else can maintain their speed. Okay, that's a big one that I see. So I also want to talk about freeway merging. I don't care where you're at. Do not drive where lanes merge, okay? I don't, if you're scared of driving, avoid freeways or don't drive. Get into the next lane over. Move. I hope I have the framing right. Move to the next lane over. You're A, get to this lane because it's just amazing how many people drive into the merging lane, some cars coming, and then everything slows down because, oh, I'm going to exit soon. Well, guess what? You could still exit in this lane. You just got to move one lane over. Driving's not that scary. You do this and you get a bunch of BS. You get a bunch of people slowing down. Oh, I gotta slow down for you, or you gotta go slow down for me, or something, something. And it's just dumb. It's just ridiculous. I don't. I just. Ugh. It gets me every time because I just go, why? Just move one lane over. just move one lane over, okay? That's all you gotta do. And you don't want to do that. And so those are my two visual ones that just blow my mind. If you're turning left, get right when the lane is turning. You know, as soon as that curve to the left lane happens, go. Avoid driving into the merging lane. Leave that one blank or leave it for big trucks because you don't need to exit like that soon. It just creates a bottleneck. It just gets annoying. And in LA, that's a big deal. Okay, so I talked about that. My other driving tips, which are huge, and this is from driving school, and it still helped me to this day. Uh, Hover your foot above the brake. So just, when you're on, it's mostly for the freeway, but just, yeah, hover above it, and you will be quick to slam on the brake if need be. It's a muscle thing for sure that you have to get, used to, but it's just saved me from so many things because you're able to slam on the brake right away. Uh, the reason why I say that is because I know a lot of people, which brings me to my next point. Drive when you're on the freeway or on the street. Drive 3 phantom cars behind the car ahead of you. Phantom meaning they're not real, but picture a space where 3 cars can fit between you and the car ahead of you, especially on the freeway. I don't get you tailgaters. I don't get you at all. Who wants to be in the stress of being that close to a human being where you don't know when they're going to brake? It's it's ludicrous. I don't get it. I don't get you tailgaters. Like, I get that you don't want, Mr. A-hole from the right side or left side getting into your lane, but come on. Stop it. It's so stressful, like knowing that you're slamming on your brake because they're slamming on their brake when they only slammed on their brake because they're skittish and there's no reason to slam on a brake at all. Mind you, when you're on a freeway, you rarely have to be on the brakes. Rarely do you have to step on your brakes. If you're 3 phantom cars behind somebody, all you have to do is get your foot off the gas and let it coast. Let the momentum slow down and stuff. It's just ridiculous how you don't have to step on your brakes that often. So if you're a little brake happy, you're probably a little scared of driving or something. I rarely have to. I got my foot hovered above the brake, ready to go, but I just release off the gas, and more times than not, I don't have to brake for anything, which doesn't create a bottleneck again or a bunch of stopping behind me because people aren't going, oh, I gotta brake now, and everyone starts to brake. You know how nervous people get with brake lights? It's dumb. In LA, we can't even drive in rain. We can't even drive in a light sprinkle because people are insane. They just don't. Oh, driving. Driving's not that hard. I've managed to stay away from a lot of trouble with these simple tips. So let's see what my notes say. The left turn. Yeah, don't when you're turning left once again. Just don't be selfish. Don't block a lane if you're trying to turn left and you miss something. But I've already mentioned that, so I'm not going to repeat it. Hover above the grip brake. B3 phantom. And then I have an anecdote where it's like I had a buddy who he was so into the conversation that he couldn't even see like 100 yards up the road, and there would be a car that was stopped, and all he had to do was move on to the next lane and continue over, but he didn't, And I'm just kind of going, what is your deal? Because then he would get right up to the car and then just brake. And sorry. And I'm just kind of going, look, if you just looked ahead, you could have just avoided all that. You didn't have to like get onto the car, slam on your brake, and be like, oh, why? This is so slowing me down. All you had to do is look 100 yards ahead or however far along and see that that car in your lane is stopped. So move on over and you're good to go. But for some people, they don't look that far ahead. They just only have like a, really close depth perception, I guess, which is annoying. That was my little anecdote with driving. I had it with people on the freeway with the merging lane. They think they have to exit right away or their exit's coming up soon, so they're in the merging lane and everyone's just together. I'm kind of going, oh, the stop and go. Like, I like smooth driving. I tell people when you were able to talk on your phone before the laws changed, I would tell people, hey, if it sounds like I'm not paying attention, it's because I'm not. I'm paying attention to my driving. So don't be paying more attention to the conversation than you're driving. You're in a vehicle that literally can kill people. It is a machine that can go 80 plus and just do a GTA if you want to. So I just kind of, I don't know how long this video is now, but like I'm gonna be doing a lot of these because especially driving drives me nuts. People are just ridiculous with their driving, and I will create visuals to make it fun for you. Hopefully it'll evolve. Hopefully I'll get to those computer graphics one day. But until then, I'm just gonna be like that old school Bill Nye with the chalkboard and just be like, this is what you're doing that's driving me nuts. But if you do these things, if you do these simple things, you will make your life so much easier and you will make everyone's life so much easier. And remember, it's not so much about it is about you and making your life easier, but you have to just realize that when you do these acts of kindness for others, it really does become a thing. And then others will do it. If everyone's like jaded, then yeah, you're going to be jaded and stuff like that. But if it's like, if you change your driving route and your kids in the car seeing it, then they're going to be good drivers. It's like that. All right. It's that simple. So anyway, that was how to be a better driver. And this is one of many for sure.